Hi, I'm Paul, the Running Shoe Guru. This is Marathon Handbook, and today we're looking at two shoes from New Balance, the 880 V13 and the 860 V13. See what features they share and how they're different, and most importantly, which one should you choose? The 880, 860 kind of form a nice little family of products. They share many features, including the cushioning. Where they do differ is that the 880 is built for the neutral foot type. The 860 is built for someone that needs support, maybe an overpronator, someone that rolls in as they run. All these shoes are the same price as well, so that's not a determining factor between which one you should choose. First of all, looking at the 880, it's been a very popular shoe in the lineup from the brand, and it does that because it's situated at that very competitive price point in the market, £140. So it's always been the key price point, I would say, in running specialty retail. Very popular price point, and as such, a very competitive part of the market where brands really do give you, I think, probably their best value for money. First of all, you've got the Fresh Foam X cushioning, full length through there. Fresh Foam X is the brand's most common cushioning material, and it is an umbrella term. So not every shoe that features Fresh Foam X features exactly the same cushioning. They do vary it a little bit, but it's just their name for this kind of feel. So it's the general everyday running training type material. It's a compression molded EVA based material. There are other elastomers and other polymers mixed into that content nowadays. In fact, it does contain 3% bio-based material in there. That's quite a small amount, I would say 3%, but they are getting towards, more bio-based content in there altogether. So, nice steps. It does appear that we have a dual layer construction. It is ever so slightly firmer in the forefoot than it is from the rear foot and the top layer of the cushioning, although on the run you don't notice a transition between the two. More of the difference comes, I think, from the way the foot rolls, the stack height. 10mm as well in all these shoes. In the men's, it comes in at 300 grams, 10.6 ounces. The ladies, 238 grams, 8.4 ounces. Stack height in the shoe, it's a 10mm drop, around 34 to 24mm in the forefoot. It's right there where all the competition is. The 880 is a neutral cushion shoe for someone who doesn't need additional support or control. They have a neutral gait, and it provides that similar cushioning feel all the way through. It's relatively soft, relatively responsive, but we're not getting into competition levels of feel and response here. No bells and whistles as such, but I think it's the nice combination of comfort, durability, and the overall ride really for everyday use that makes it a popular shoe. Good coverage on the outsole. It's the brand's endurance rubber, more carbon impregnated in the heel area, a little bit more blown rubber in the forefoot. Lots of flex grooves in there, nice and flexible, and a shoe that you can train every day in, do a variety of workouts in this shoe. Engineered mesh upper, nothing particularly fancy. The end print on here does incorporate into the laces and does provide a little bit of the structure around the midfoot and the instep, so that's nice. Generally nicely padded tongue and ankle and Achilles area here. We've now gone away from the V12 that had that funny little fabric kind of heel counter construction. Now a traditional heel counter construction, but it does flare away from the Achilles, so that's really nice. Helps your foot slide in and out, but also flares away, reducing any potential irritation on the Achilles. Great shoe, the 880 V13. So now let's look at the 860 V13. Well, the 860 is a shoe that provides support and control for overpronators. Overpronators are people that essentially roll in when they strike the ground. So their foot strikes on the lateral side of the heel, so that's the outside edge. Foot strikes here, and it does that to open up space under the arch. The arch is the foot's natural cushioning system, as it were, and it's there to flex and help absorb the impact. So all your weight's coming in on one foot when you're running, lands on the lateral side of the heel, rolls forward and into the arch. If your arch is very flexible, you'll overpronate. Pronation is the natural movement. Overpronation is when that foot rolls in excessively. And I think the best judge is if you have any aches or pains or niggles, particularly in the Achilles solace and lower calf area. It does have the Freshform X midsole material again in there. In this shoe, it does feel a little bit firmer, but it's not too bad. You could quite easily switch between the two and not notice too much difference if you were running in them both regularly, but there's this very subtle difference. The support comes from this section essentially, which is what we call a medial post. Now, a lot of bands have gone away from using medial posts, and you've got more guide rails, but you'll see we've kind of got a little bit of a guide rail structure into this shoe as well, cups up around the heel, and with that we've got a small medial post in there as well. So as the foot lands and wants to roll in, it's going to hit this wall, if you like, against the medial side of the foot, and then you've got the posting that's a little bit stiffer through the shoe. It just stops it compressing. So that's how these things work in running shoes, in support type shoes. They're stopping the ankle flexing, compressing too much, and that keeps it nice and straight in the neutral position. And it works very well. The New Balance 860 V13 is one of the most effective shoes that I see on a daily basis, using gait analysis, filming people on a treadmill as they run, and comparing their gait in different shoes. If they overpronate, one of the go-to choices is the 860. It works very, very well. Now, I mentioned the sidewalls, we're going to call it. That actual top layer of the shoe is relatively soft, so it's a nice underfoot experience, and in the heel itself we've got a nice bit of cushioning, so it feels relatively soft and smooth on impact, and you don't really notice the effect under the foot. It just does its job without being too firm or too intrusive. 309 grams or 10.9 ounces in the men's, and in the ladies 243 grams or 8.6 ounces. The heel drop, first of all, is 10 millimeters. It comes up about the same as the 880, so we're looking around 34 to 24 in the forefoot, which again is bang on the money for a support type shoe and an everyday trainer. We've got the engineered mesh upper. Again, it's a little bit more structured in this shoe, more so through the medial side under the arch. You can see the reinforced stitching here. That really wraps the foot around the arch. The end again, here it's not incorporated as much into the laces, but within the shoe it does wrap around the foot well and provide additional support. Elsewhere in the upper, again, nicely padded tongue, ankle collar, and again Achilles heel tab. This nice flare away from the Achilles does reduce any potential irritation there. Plenty of rubber coverage on the outsole. The exposed areas, if you like, through here are actually concave, so they don't come into contact with the ground, so that's not going to wear excessively. You've got the New Balance Endurance rubber on the heel for durability, a little bit more carbon injected rubber there. Blown rubber in the forefoot, again nice and flexible, gives the shoe a nice push-off kind of feel. You can pick up the pace in this shoe, so for someone that needs support, it's relatively light, flexible, does the job, and you can do a variety of pace running in it. So there we have it, two very popular shoes from New Balance. 880, the neutral shoe, 860, the support version. Hopefully I've answered all your questions with regarding pronation. I know it's quite a complex subject, but if you do have any questions, do feel free to put them in the comments below, and I'll always do my best to reply to your comments. And please do subscribe to the channel, and you'll get updated when we produce new videos, which is every week. Please share to your friends as well that you think may find this video useful. Once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you very soon.